So you're thinking about new construction in Chester County, Pennsylvania? Well, you come to the right place. In this video, we're going to be talking about various new construction options for you in the Chester County area and surrounding Philadelphia suburbs, and it starts right now. Hello, thanks so much for watching. My name is Matt Moore with The Moore Group, a local real estate team based right here in the Chester County area. And we are helping people all the time with resales and of course new construction too. We are very well versed in that. And if you're thinking about moving to or relocating within the Chester County area and you're thinking about new construction or resale, whatever, it doesn't really matter. We would love to get in conversation with you. I'll put our information up here right on the screen. You can speak to one of our Chester County specialists who understand the world of new construction, who have done this before, and who get the process and can help guide you through the process of new construction as well. So reach out, call us, text us, email, smoke signal, carrier pigeon, it doesn't matter. We'd love to get in contact with you to help start discussing your real estate goals. Now in this video, again, we're going to be looking at some of the real estate new construction options that you have here in the Chester County area. This is not an exhaustive list. It's not every single builder, but it is some of the bigger, more popular builders in the area that are doing a high enough amount of volume to get some traction, to get some notoriety, and of course establishing themselves with a reputation. And of course that's why we're highlighting these homes. One thing that's also very important to understand about new construction is that it's incredibly important, and I cannot stress this enough, to make sure that you consult with a qualified real estate professional before you start engaging with some of these builders. And the reason why is because these builders are extremely protective about point of first contact. So if you walk in through a model home and sign in on their sign-in sheet and you don't indicate that you're working with a realtor, many times these builders are not going to allow you to bring a realtor into the process after that happens. So what happens is if you decide to move forward, you cannot have a realtor as part of the process, or I should say, you cannot have the builder pay the realtor. Of course, you could pay that out of pocket with additional closing costs for whatever that fee might be. So it's incredibly important at the early junction stage in the research to get in contact with a real estate professional. If that's us, great. If it's not a big deal either, but I just wanted to stress that too. And of course, yes, I'm a real estate agent, but here is the deal. You are not going to be paying anything additional out of pocket to work with a realtor. And also, if you're working with a real estate professional that's on your side, you are not having to worry about a sales representative or a sales agent who, let's be real here, they're going to be actively representing the builder, not you, and they're not going to be looking after your best interest. So again, it doesn't cost you anything additional in terms of paying commissions to bring in that real estate pro at the early phases of your research before you start to get introduced to all of these builders and do all these sign-in sheets and things like that. And of course, you have that real estate pro who can walk this process with you, review all your contract documents with you, go to walkthroughs, point out imperfections, point out issues that maybe you're just not used to seeing, or it's always helpful to have an extra set of eyes, trained eyes who understand what to look for when it comes to these new builder walkthroughs. And of course, ultimately, it can actually save you some money because there are some things that you go down the process of building with new construction options and upgrades that are actually cheaper and easier to do after the fact than to have the builder do them during build. So it can save you some money as well to hire a real estate professional. And the best part, it's not going to cost you anything extra. Before we dive into that list, I just want to let you know that when it comes to new construction, you have to understand that the pricing that you see, whether it's advertised online, whether you drive by signs near neighborhoods that says starting at blank $1,000, right? Starting in the 400s, starting in the 500s, or whatever that number is. You need to keep in mind that new construction, that's just a very introductory price. What you will likely find as you go through the new construction journey is that, of course, you have the base price for whatever floor plan that you might be considering. And of course, the larger the home, the more bedrooms, the more bathrooms, the higher that base price is going to be for basically every single builder across the area. What you also have to factor in is the portion of the lot premium, and every builder is going to have some sort of a lot premium associated with that build, whether it be $1,000, whether it be $50,000. I've even seen some as high as $300,000 for a premium lot in a neighborhood, and they do that. The builders price those in because there are more superior lots in every subdivision or every neighborhood. It is a given. And so these builders, they put these lot premiums on top of that. So of course you have your base price to start, then you'll have your lot premium. And then of course the third thing that's going to add to your total cost for building a house is going to be your options and upgrades. And generally speaking, on average, we found that people put usually around 10% of the base price into their home for options and upgrades. So it's a $500,000 base price of a home. On average, people put $50,000 in options and upgrades. So again, $500,000 plus the $50,000 for option upgrades plus the additional lot premium, and that starting at $500,000 could realistically and end up turning into somewhere north of $600,000 or even higher than that. Now, of course, you can do more than 10% in terms of options and upgrades. You can certainly do less and go or sort of with a basic home in terms of those options and upgrades and use the basic level flooring, cabinets, all of that to go forward. But again, some people do tend to put money, especially into kitchens and master bathrooms. So now that we've got all the pricing out of the way to help you understand that world, now we can dive deep into the new construction options. And the following list is sorted from some lower base prices, and at the end of the video, we're going to be talking about some more premium luxury or even custom home pricing that you might be able to find as you're making your way through this research phase. So we'll start with Lennar. And now Lennar is a nationwide builder. They build all over the country. And at least in the Chester County area, they do have a handful of neighborhoods that you can select and choose from. Now, at this time, Lennar is only offering townhouse communities or even 155 plus active adult community that you can check out. Now, right now, Lennar is offering a neighborhood called Steel Point, which starts in the mid 300s, and it's near the Phoenixville area. So a great location, close to Philadelphia, and an accessible price point too. Now, these are all townhouses, but they are able to be customized. And of course, 300, that may not mean 300. That could very well scale into the 4s and 500s as you continue to add options and upgrades. Additionally, near the Coatesville area, there's the Meadows at Hillview, which is an active adult 55 plus community that you can check out with some single family detached home and some quick move-in homes too. And of course, Exton Grove. But as we start moving into Exton Grove, we're talking about pricing going up and starting in the upper 600s near the Exton area, of course. There is also another neighborhood that is coming soon called Clover Mill, and that's also in the Exton area, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Hey, so sorry for the interruption, but if you've liked what you've seen so far, do me a favor and subscribe to this channel, and of course also like this video. It helps the YouTube algorithm, helps reach more people, and of course spread the word about our channel, all things Chester County. Would really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Enough with the interruption, back to the video. Next up on the list is Cedar Knoll Builders, and they're doing pretty well on Google in terms of those reviews, averaging a 4.6 star rating with a little bit more than 25 reviews ongoing. And that's important because when it comes to new construction, everyone's expectation is to have a solidly built house, right? So generally speaking, when the builder delivers on that, there's not a whole lot of people that go out and sing their praises and go 5 stars and things like that. But the flip side is true for sure. If there are problems, first thing people are going to go do is go complain about it. So there are some builders that build thousands upon thousands of homes, and maybe there's 1 or 2 that have some warranty issues or things that are being addressed, or maybe a handful of them. And of course, those people are going to be writing reviews. So again, keep in mind when you look at reviews for builders, there can tend to be some skewing. Now, I'm not saying ignore the reviews. I'm just saying keep that in mind and then look for patterns, repetitive patterns. Are there problems? How is the builder addressing it? Those are the kinds of things you want to look for in the reviews. And then back to Cedar Knoll, you look at the reviews, pretty solid stuff. And going to their website, they really do hit home the fact that they just stand by their product, and they are built from a customer service standpoint, making sure that every person that builds with Cedar Knoll is satisfied with their product, and they will stand by their work on that as well. Now, Cedar Knoll generally builds in the southern end of Chester County, but they do have some offerings including standard communities, single family detached, and also a pair of 55 plus communities as well. Pricing for Cedar Knoll generally starts around $400 and can go up into the $500, $600s, or even up to the $700 mark as a base price, depending on the neighborhood and the style of home that's being built, and of course the amount of land that comes along with it. So you can reach out to one of us and we will certainly have a conversation with you to talk about what options you might have if you're interested in Cedar Knoll. Next up is a home builder that is doing a lot of growth here across the region in the last few years, Keystone Custom Homes, and they started in the Lancaster County area and have continued to grow now into the Philly market, Philly suburbs, and even stretching down into Maryland, Baltimore, DC, and yes, even the Carolinas too. So they are rapidly growing, and I'm telling you, they have one of the best builder websites I've ever seen, just incredible in terms of their marketing presentation. And of course, that also leads to their growth. There's a lot of popularity, a lot of focus on the style of homes that they build. Generally speaking, very craftsman-like qualities to these homes with a ton of curb appeal, lots of bold colors in certain areas. Of course, you don't have to do that, but they definitely have that farmhouse feel down, the craftsman style of home, big front porches, things like that. Now, Keystone, you can go to their website, KeystoneCustomHome.com, and you can learn more about what different communities that they have. We've worked extensively with Keystone Custom Homes on a number of different projects, so if you have questions about Keystone, of course, that's when I invite you to reach out to us. And again, here's our information up here on the screen. Our Chester County specialists are standing by. All right, next up on the list is a very popular builder in the area. You see their signs all over the place. Toll Brothers, and they're not just in Chester County. They're really quite densely populated here in the greater Philly region, and they build a ton of homes ranging anywhere from townhouses to full-fledged custom homes that are a couple $1 million. Yes, they are definitely more skewed toward the luxury side of things, offering high-end finishes, options, and upgrades in these homes. And you can really see that as you take a look at their website, noticing all of the different trim options and upgrades that you just don't see in other builder websites because, well, Toll Brothers can offer it, but you will have to pay for it. Toll Brothers is an attractive option if you're not looking for a big yard to maintain. Again, most of the communities that they're offering homes in have small yards, townhouse communities where there's very low maintenance, if any maintenance at all, snow removal, and also mowing usually taken care of for you, so you can focus on living your life instead of doing chores around the house. We've had several clients build with Toll Brothers and they've had a good experience, and yes, sometimes things come up post-settlement, but the good news is so far Toll Brothers has taken care of any of those minor issues that have come up post-settlement. Again, no new construction home is perfect. Usually there's a couple of little things that happen along the way, whether it be immediately after settlement or maybe a year or two down the road. And it's good to see the Toll Brothers standing by their work and honoring their warranties. Next up is Rockwell Custom Homes, and these homes are definitely skewed more towards the luxury category. You will find these Rockwell homes generally start in the high 100,000s and easily go into the $1 million range for townhouses, for almost condo-like feels. Now, what they advertise is a luxurious feel without having to worry about that exterior maintenance, things like snow removal, things like mowing your yard. You get away from that with these types of neighborhoods, and you can truly get into a home and enjoy your life, similar to how the Toll Brothers townhouse communities are as well. Now, Rockwell Custom definitely focuses more toward the main line of Philadelphia, though they do have a couple of options in the Chester County area as well. Rooftop terraces, very high-end finishes, design upgrades, and options that you can choose from. And their website, yeah, it's pretty nice. You can check things out, see what they have to offer. They definitely offer more of a modern flair when it comes to their floor plan options, more of a contemporary feel in many cases too. But of course, you can make some minor customizations to the exterior. It's more so on the inside where you can really dive deep and get into a lot of those high-end options and upgrades. Now, last stop on our list is Bentley Homes, and this builder does anything from neighborhoods to fully custom builds. Their homes are absolutely spectacular and built incredibly well. They don't do in a massive amount of volume, but they do enough to certainly gain some reputation, some solid reputation here in the Chester County area. Now, with Bentley Homes, they have a couple of neighborhoods around the area, but really they focus in on their customization side. They have one neighborhood in Berwyn called Tiburon, where they have some homes or some lots that you can choose from, and of course a couple of homes that you might be able to walk through as well. It's not going to be cheap though. Some of these homes are going to be scaling well north of $1 million, if not closing north of $2 million. Some of the advertised offerings are over $2.4 million. But they really do build a beautiful, very high-end home in the Chester County area. You can check out their website, bentleyhomes.com, to learn more about them and what they have to offer. And of course, if you are looking for more custom home builders versus the standard volume builders where there's more click options on a computer, then you want to get in contact with us because we do have more custom home builders in the Chester County area, which we can recommend, and in different areas too. So that's it. That's not the exhaustive, comprehensive list of every single builder in Chester County, and that's not true. There's probably over 50 to 60 different builders, if not more than that, in the Chester County area. Some of them small, some of them larger, but this was more of a broad-brushed overview. So if you want more information, I invite you to check out our website, themoregroupchester.com. Learn more about our team, see what we have to offer you, and of course, you can reach out to us as well. Chester County specialists right there. Phone call, text message, email, it doesn't matter. We are going to get in contact with you and help guide you on this journey when it comes to building a home in the Chester County and Philadelphia suburbs. And of course, if you like what you saw here today, I encourage you to subscribe to our channel. So hit that little subscribe button and of course the little alarm bell too, so you'll get notified when new videos are produced. And also, if you don't mind, give us a little thumbs up on this video that you're watching. Let us know that you enjoyed it. that you got information out of it. And of course, leave some comments below if you have any questions at all. You know how to reach us, either the comments section of this video, or you can reach out to one of our Chester County specialists and we will get in contact with you to help guide this process for you. Again, my name is Matt Moore with the Moore Group. We're helping people all the time with new construction, and we'd love to help you too. When it comes to new construction, having an agent representative on your side that doesn't represent the builder is incredibly important. And guess what? It doesn't cost you anything, and the builders love when we bring people through the doors because, again, it makes their life a little easier too when it comes to the paperwork and guiding these people from point A to point Z. So don't think you're going to spend any more money when it comes to bringing on an agent. In fact, it's probably going to save you money in the long run when you have that agent by your side, and you'll have somebody next to you going through all of those walkthroughs. So I call that a win-win-win for everybody. Make sure you get in contact with a real estate pro. If that's us, of course, we'd love it. If not a big deal. Wishing you the best. Hope you enjoyed the video. And of course, we've got more content coming, so make sure to like and subscribe. And until next time, happy building.